Hi everyone, in this video I'm gonna show you how to convert your hair system with the new hair system with the geometry nodes to hair cards. And to do that we are gonna be using the hair tool. So the hair tool is a very popular add-on to create hair, and it has been developed for a long time now, and I really like it. The results are great. The author is very responsive and it keeps the add-on updated. And yeah, right now it's on sale, so you can get it here for 26 bucks. And I will leave the link in the description just in case you want to get it. I'm gonna assume that you know how to install the add-on, but I mean, as per usual, you're gonna go to Preferences, then here Add-ons, Install, look for your plugin, and then once you install, it's gonna show up here, and you just have to enable. Very quick, very easy. We all know how to install plugins. Add-ons. If you don't, then you can always go and Google it, but it's pretty basic. So we are here, and let's convert this in hair cards. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create a copy. So because I don't want to mess with my curves right now. So save as, and I'm going to call it Hair Tool. Save as. Then the next thing we want to do is we are gonna be like disabling almost all the nodes that we were using, because those are gonna be recreated in the Hair Tool. Finally this one. So I'm gonna hide the front and the sides, and let's start with the top. So what you want to do is you're gonna select the system, hair top, go to the tab here, Hair Tool, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add a system. So add hair system. Now we have our system here, and we have a couple of deformers, and the profile it's important as well. And then to try to reproduce what we have here, I'm gonna be looking for similar deformers. So a trim, a clump, the noise, etc. So let's start. One of the things I like to add it's this aligned, this tilt aligned to source surface, because usually it helps the hair cards to get, as it says, aligned with the scalp. The next thing we are going to be adding it's a trim. And you can play with the order here. Usually the order is important. There are some modifiers that maybe doesn't affect too much, it doesn't make a big difference if you have different order, but an important setting here is you want to add the twist fix, because that helps with some cards sometimes to like rotate correctly. On the trim, we are gonna do the root trim, it's 0, and the tip trim, we are gonna leave it at 0.9, so we are gonna make the hair a little bit shorter. Another thing we can maybe work on right now, it's maybe let's add more density here, so we can see a little better how that works. And here usually you have to be a little bit crazy, So I'm gonna put 70,000, and you're gonna think that that's too much, but give me a second, because we need to enable as well the mask, and for that we are gonna choose top density. So now our hair only shows up on top. Next thing we want to do, let me see, it's we should try to fix as well the profile. Right now it's the width, it's at 0.9. I have it here, that's gonna be bigger, but bear with me because we're gonna be making some changes. So this is a little bit bigger, but let's keep adding modifiers here. Then I'm gonna add a smooth, so the cars are like softer, like, you know, like let me see, that's correct. Then this is an important one, it's the radius set, and that's what playing with that by accident, I discovered that this one actually makes the hair look pretty good. And for that we are gonna do the radius, it's gonna be at 0.3, and then the influence range, it's gonna be 0.7. So as you can see now, our hair is starting to look a little bit more like hair again, so that's good. And what I want to do, as you can see, there are some strands that aren't affected, and those are the parent. And what we want to do is to remove the parents. So we are going to go back to the strand generator, and we are going to come here and say remove parent strands. So now we are starting to get something. Okay, what's next? We have the clump. Clump, it's important because it makes the hair look more natural. Here, clump. And then the settings are, here we are gonna do 0.2. And next one, it's gonna be the noise deform. So the noise makes it a little bit more random, and yeah, very random. So, okay, so the global scale is 0.05. The amplitude was 0.1. And I think that's it. Okay, so now that we are here, I want to show you, if we click on the textures, those textures, I mean, they don't look that bad, but those are the textures that come by default with the Hair Tool. And what we want to do is use our textures. In order to do that, I'm gonna split here. I'm gonna open the shader. And here you're gonna look for this one, HT default material. And we want to do here, it's we want to add our textures. So I'm gonna duplicate those. Okay, so this one, let's open hair textures. We want to do the albedo. So this one is gonna come to here, base color. And we can rename this one. That's base color. And then here we want to do, so now I have one more, I don't need this one. This one is gonna be the depth. I'm separating them because I have a texture for each one, so they are unpacked on different channels. This is the depth, and this one is gonna be the alpha. So select that, and this is gonna be the alpha. Open, and then we select alpha, and now we just have to do color, depth to depth, alpha to alpha. And one important thing is we need those UVs. So UVs here, UVs there, and UVs to our base color. And the last thing we need to fix here, it's that's a non-color, and that's a non-color. And hopefully we have something. Okay, the next thing we need to do, because our hair doesn't look good yet, and that's because the UVs are wrong. So if you come here and click UV editing, we can, here for example, let's enable that one. Here we want to do, let's look for alpha. And if I click on hair UVs, you can see that our UVs are wrong. So let's fix that. I'm gonna remove all but the first one, so I can move our UVs. And for me, this is one of the best features of the hair tool. It's the ability to be able to create and assign different UVs to your cards. Because otherwise, with the other approaches, you have to do it manually and creating different systems for each card, which is a little bit, it's more work, it's less efficient, I think. So here, I'm gonna do this. This is for the very, very short hair, and then afterwards, maybe we can adjust them. And finally this one. And then to confirm, just press enter, and now our hair, it's updated with our hair texture, with these ones. And as I was saying, what I like about this the hair tool is now I can select my system, go to the hair tool, go to here, UV regions, and then I can say, oh, set UV regions, and then you can choose which ones you want to use. For this case, we want to use maybe this one or this one, or we can use both, so it's a little bit more random. Okay, so I think that's good. I'm gonna press enter to confirm. And then I'm gonna do the same for the front. So let's go to the front, add hair system. We want to remove the parents. We want actually what we can do to work faster, we can go back to the top. I'm looking because I think here I can copy all subsystem settings, then come to our front, and then I can do here, paste all subsettings, all subsystem settings, and then because we don't want to mess up with, now it's like we save, like, let's say it's like a settings or like a profile. So that means that if I modify anything here, it's gonna modify in my hair top as well. So what you want to do, make subsystem unique. As you can see, it says 2. This is because this system is being shared with the hair top. So I want to make it unique, so the changes only apply to the front. And I'm doing this for a couple of reasons. The first thing is because our mask here, for example, it's gonna be the front density. So now we have our hair there. And then maybe for the front, I want to do things a little bit different. And another thing we want to do, for example, it's the profile, it's being shared as well. As you can see here, the profile is 2. So in this case, I want to do this hair cards a little bit thicker, like more, like wider. So I'm gonna click here to make sure that I'm not modifying this profile as well. So here, what I want to do is to make it a bit wider. Let's do maybe a little bit, and then we can play with the roundness as well. Give it some roundness. That always helps with the volume. And then let me see the line. Sometimes the line doesn't really work too good. Let me see a line here. Yeah, that's what I wanted. Okay, so the form. Let me. I'm gonna change the order of some stuff here. I feel like the clumps should go radius. This one, for example, doesn't. The noise should be the last one. Okay, now I think now we are. That's better. Let me see here. Okay, let me see a second. So the align, I wanted this one should be the first one. And you can see how like the order starts to affect. Trim, second, then the smooth, then the radius. I think the radius doesn't, it's one of those that actually does affect. And then we want the clump and the noise. Yeah, I think that works. That looks much better just by changing the order a little bit. And here, let's change the density. It's too much. Let's say 10,000. Probably we need more than that. And another thing I want to do, it's because this hair, probably what, I mean, we are gonna have to do some manual work here, but that's fine. I want to, let's check the textures, UV regions, because probably this one, yeah, this one looks much better. This one is too thin. So I think that's good. Probably add a little bit more density, and then we'll play with the, we'll make some adjustments later. And then on the other hand, remember, we still have, let's add our scalp. So we see exactly, let me see. Hair system. So yeah, this is our scalp. I'm gonna copy. Actually, let me see. Well, I'm gonna apply this, so I'm not bringing anything with me. Control C, and then Control V. Okay. The scalp always helps a little bit to like make the hair look better. Okay, next it's gonna be the sides. So for the sides, we are gonna be doing exactly the same. I'm gonna probably, let's just paste the system. I have to add the new hair system, and then here we can paste. And then let's make it unique. Here, let's make it unique. And we are gonna need another profile, because this one is gonna be, we want very small cars here, so that's why we are gonna be doing it more like, yeah, it's a different profile, a different width. So here we want the sides density, perfect. And let's disable some of that stuff. Smooth, the trim, and okay. So here the width, just because this is huge. Let's see, radius smooth, and the strands. Okay, that looks better. And then let's change the UVs as well. So for this one, let's click here on the UV regions, pick up, and then let's see what looks better. I think I was picking these two. I mean, I think those two kind of look good. This is too thin, so I'm not gonna put that. Okay, so what I'm gonna do here is, because I had, I mean, to prepare this tutorial, I was obviously working with a test file, and I have been playing with the different settings. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be like copying those settings so we have a better looking hair, instead of like trying to figure out again here meanwhile I record. This way we are gonna be like working much faster. So let's go and do that. So the density, I'm gonna copy this. I think the density, I didn't really change it, was the same. Let's enable all of that so we see what we are doing. Then I think the profile, yeah, it's 0, 0, 5. Let's go here. Our profile is a little bigger, 0, 5. Okay. The align, we didn't change anything with the align. I think that's the same. Yeah, that's exactly the same. I'm not fixing the twist, but we can leave it like that. Smooth. So the smooth goes here. The radius set. The radius set is important. So for example here, the radius, it's, I don't have it. That was a change, and the influence, it's 0.5. So this is an important deformer, the radius. Then we have the trim. The trim, let's see. I have it 2.7. Oh, that's a crazy value. What else? And that's it. So we don't have clumps. Can remove that. We don't have noise. Yeah, that looks much better. And then for the UVs, let's see what UVs. We have 7, 8, and 10. Okay, so 7, 8, and 10. Let me see. So if we go to the UV regions, that's going to change a little bit. It's this one, and I think this one, and this one. Okay. So I was checking my settings and I totally forgot one thing regarding the short hair in the sides. So let's just add it right now. I'm gonna select the sides, and here under the trim deformer, we want to add a mask on the tip trim. So here we're gonna do vertex group, and then we want to do sides length. So now our short hair is shorter where it should be short, and a little bit longer. So the fade, it's a little bit more, it works a little bit better. What I'm gonna do here is we're gonna jump into scalp mode, and I want to work a little bit the transitions here, so the hair is a little bit too long. And we have different ways to do it, but I'm gonna go with I mean, we could work a little bit more on the masks, on the geometry nodes, but I'm gonna do it a little bit more in a, let's say, in a more like friendly, artistic way, and it's gonna be on the scalp, and I'm gonna be reducing the length of the hair here instead of using some like nodes or masks. So let's do that. So with the grow shrink, I'm gonna be pressing Control, and then I'm gonna be shortening the hair. And then I'm gonna be like smoothing a little bit the hair. It's not a big difference, but I think then we are gonna be combing a little bit so the hair has like a nicer flow. And I'm gonna press here, see if yeah, just to get rid of the orange outline. It's like distracting me too much. So here it's good because we have the hair. It's like kind of I don't find the word now. But the hair, yeah, it's like getting mixed with our other systems. So it's a little bit, it looks a little bit more like the transition looks a little bit more nicer. So yeah, I'm gonna shorten it here a little bit more. And another thing we can do, it's if I do Alt Q, I change the group. So now what I can do is make the hair on top a little bit longer. So let's say like the gradient, if we were like making a gradient, so it's like the top and now the bottom has a better transition. Oof, that went a little bit crazy. Much better. The transition now, it's almost, I mean, it's hard even to notice where we have the different groups. I think that's a very good sign. And I think probably the only thing that I can maybe do, I mean, it's not even noticeable, but here, I mean, we don't even really need to. I don't think well, let's do it. I'm gonna, what I was gonna do is I'm gonna add a strand here, just because I feel like the transition from here to here, it's not very nice. That's, I mean, at this point we are just like, you know, like refining. So let's add that strand. Let me see, count the curve shape. Yeah, I think that's good. Now, let's select. I have to enable that again, otherwise I don't see what our strand is. This one. And now, with just that strand, I can comb it again, and what I want to do is just comb it this direction. And then let's make it longer, smooth. This one. And comb it. Oh, I see. That's not good. I wanted to do it on the top system, not on the. So let me remove that strand. Yeah, that's. So I do Alt. You can change here or do Alt Q, and then it changes the system, which is very handy. And then let's add the hair here. And now I can select just this one and then comb it. Okay, so yeah, that concludes the tutorial. The only thing that we need to do now is to export this to hair cards, and then we can use that anywhere. So let's see that in the next video. Bye bye.